Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. And as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video and it's going to be entitled The Recording Process because things are done differently now than they were done 30, 40 years ago as far as the music process recording. And in my opinion, in some cases, it's like if it ain't broke, I'm not trying to fix it. And to each his own because there's some people that kind of I guess embrace the digital thing, the software, the Cubase, the Pro Tools, the Reasons, and they can be used in a way that is helpful to you. But unfortunately, sometimes those types of that type of technology tend to hinder you because I guess the difference between a musician 40 years ago versus the guy now, the guy 40 years ago know how to play his instrument. You know, he didn't rely on studio tricks, and if I mess up, you can cut and paste that nonsense. If you fucked up, you redid it. You kept doing it till you got it right. As opposed to now, just do a riff, they put it in the computer and just sprinkle it throughout the track instead of just having somebody play throughout the entire track. And I've had people, have asked me because when I do my recording process, I like that still organic process, meaning that I plug my guitar, my bass, or whatever instrument I'm playing into the mixer, and I play. And then if I mess up, I stop and I start over again, I mean, there are times that I will do punch-ins when there's like a break of what I'm doing, and I can successfully add, the next part because there was this break where there was silence and me not playing, so I can easily punch in the next part. But if it's a piece that I'm playing continuously, if I mess up, I'll start over. I don't punch me in right there where I can get right there. And a lot of times you can successfully kind of match it, but when you got all that stuff going on, people can't hit a glitch, but the glitch is there, so, I've had people that, well, let me just say this first. When people hire me to do a job, I do it. If they want me to do this and it's not what I would normally do, I would do it because, I'm getting paid to do something for somebody that's what they want. I don't come in and bring in my philosophy of how it should be done and we should do it this way. I'm like, hey, if this is what you want, I'm give you what you want. But, I've had people for the longest, you should get you a Mac and all start doing this clicking and moving. I'm like, I really don't want to get into that. I want to be able to just go back to the organic way of playing, I don't want to be sitting in front of a computer clicking and all that stuff. I just want to plug in and play and play and play, but again, to each his own because this is something interesting. If you notice the majority, I would actually say all of them because I haven't seen it, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. The majority of the guys that do beats and they sample stuff from records or from another musical source, they use vinyl. They sample the stuff from the 70s on back. I've yet to see anybody sample anything that was done in 2000 or the 90s. And the reason being because the guys back then played with the analog process, just this organic, natural feel as opposed to this digital thing. So when people ask me which one I prefer, it's hands down because again, that process wasn't broke. I mean, the advantages of the software thing is you can kind of get a project done quicker. But I'm not in a rush to do something good. I'm not trying to take forever neither, but I'm not in a rush to rush the process. But again, to each his own, because the majority of people have embraced the digital Cubase, Pro Tools, Reason thing, and I'm like, my project process is still organic. I do play, or my recording process requires or entails a digital format, meaning that I'm recording digitally versus used to recording analog. And there's many reasons why I've done that, but mainly it's for the quality, not so much of I'm taking shortcuts. Because again, a lot of times now, like for a guitar part, listen to like some R. Kelly stuff, it's not a guitar passage, meaning playing an entire piece. It's like the guy played a part, they snipped it, and then just kind of put it into the digital thing and just, punching it in and out, throughout the song. It's like, do, instead of just a whole guitar passage. But if that's what they want, that's what they want. Again, I'm not trying to push my philosophies on how the recording process should be on anybody. But everybody has their comfort zone as far as this is how I like to do it. And I think it gets the job done this way. Now I'm gonna, I guess, share kind of interesting stories, which is kind of tied in, was tied into music. Uh, it's just interesting people's perceptive of things or not being aware of things, because I get a lot of requests, and I try my best to fill or respond to all of them. And I got one about 2 weeks ago. I did a cover of a DJ Rogers song. I think it's called "Say You Love Me." Real nice, beautiful, spiritual slash R&B tune from the '70s. And the guy asked me, he said, "You did a good job with that. Is it possible to get you playing your guitar power without the music?" And then he sent me his email. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, it's interesting to just somebody just straight out ask you for something that you did for free. Because, I mean, this is what I do for a living. It's like, when you go to work, don't you get paid? You don't go to work and do nothing for free. So I found that interesting, because 99% of people say, I like what you did. Is it possible for me to get the guitar track per your permission of you playing, and I'll pay you, because it is your work. It's still, just send it to me. Huh? So, and I don't have a problem with helping people, but I just kind of found that was kind of interesting, just asking. It's like, huh? But my response was, well, I played it all together. I didn't play it separately, so everything's together. So that was indicating that the answer to your question is no, I didn't separate it when I recorded, so therefore I don't have that to give you. And so I get a response a couple of days later. Is it possible to do it over? And I'm like, okay, let me deal with this guy. Sure, $20. I mean, my time is money, just like everybody else's time. I don't have a whole lot of time to do stuff for free. But when I can, and when there's special circumstances, I do, because, not to veer from that story, but I got a request from a reverend. He said, I like what you do guitar-wise, and I would love to have my students that I'm trying to teach to play in gospel, how to learn how to play. So could you, send me a copy of the DVD? Of course, I seen the money. I sent it to him for free, because I'm like, okay, that's a worthy cause. It's not about making profit here on this scene when it comes to things of that nature. So I'm like, I'm going to send you a complimentary copy of my DVDs 1 through 6. He's like, thank you, young man. I appreciate it. Not a problem, Pastor. So getting back to the other dude. So I told the other dude, yeah, okay, I do, but you got to pay me to redo it, because it's going to take me about an hour to do this because of the technical. I can lay it down in 15 minutes, but, putting in the editing software and all that kind of stuff, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work. Never heard from him again. And then I just blocked him because he inboxed me, because I'm like, I don't deal with people that's on BS, that think they're going to get something for free, or, they don't really realize how much work is put into anything, like musical stuff. They just think that you can just, in 2 minutes, you do all this stuff, and lay it. And it's not that's not the case. So I don't deal with people that are not serious, because when you're serious, you let me know that you're serious, and I can determine that how, your actions, because your actions speaks louder than your words. Till next time, take care.